Okay guys, so today I thought I'd do this quick video on how to reveal a heat stamp on a helmet. Now I'm going to be using this stuff here. If you've been watching my videos, I've used this before in a couple of videos. This stuff is awesome. It's good at removing paint and everything. I definitely recommend this. You can get it at Lowe's for about, I think, $8 to $10. Definitely get this stuff. It's awesome. But like I said, I want to show y'all how to reveal a heat stamp. You know, a lot of times on these old helmets, they've been painted over once, twice, multiple times. Which most of you guys know on the World War II helmets, the M1s, especially the McCords, the heat stamp is going to be right along through here. Now, they could be in random other places, but for the most part, the McCords were right along here. And you know, a lot of times they've been painted over, or they're just hard to see. And sometimes we can get kind of anxious to see, you know, what the heat stamp is, or reveal it somehow, so we can look up and see roughly when the helmet was made to give it a little bit more of a history, you know, behind the thing. And you know, I've seen different people use different things, steel wool and everything, stuff like that. I cringe on because I hate it, because most of the time you're going to scratch up the heat stamp and it looks like crap. So please don't do that. Instead, definitely get this stuff. This stuff works awesome. It's not going to scratch it all up and everything. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to reveal a heat stamp. Now, I just got this helmet off eBay for $16. There's actually this one and another one that's not an M1 for $32 shipped. So that comes out to $16 a helmet. This is an M1. It's a World War II McCord front seam swivel bells, but you know, it could be a fixed bell originally that was modified. That's why another reason why I'm anxious to see this heat stamp. But you see, this it's been used a lot for many different things. See, the top's all beat in, but for $16, you know, couldn't beat that. Still got, looks like the original finish on it, and it looks like the original paint, which is kind of cool. The inside, you know, is decent shape. It's not too bad. I didn't find any names or anything in it, but anyways, I'm gonna get started. So I got my gel there. I've got my flashlight, magnifying glass, and toothbrush. And you're definitely going to need to use Raz, because as good as this stuff is, it definitely can be messy. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip my toothbrush into here, and I'm just going to start brushing it in right here. I'm going to let it sit for just a few minutes, and then all I got to do is use this rag and start wiping it away. It's that simple. Sometimes you got to do it more than once. But I'm going to go ahead and do it the first time, and let's see what happens. Okay guys, so it's been for a few minutes. Like I said, I dipped my toothbrush in the gel and just brushed it in a circular motion. It's been sitting for a few minutes, but I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Well, let's see. Try to get it in there and get it to focus. But right in there, I don't know if you can see that rounded part of a number, but it's already breaking through that paint. It's starting to reveal a little bit. So I'm going to have to use a rag and wipe away, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the gel a second time and brush it in, and we're almost there. But so this is just the best way I can think of, you know, to nicely reveal the heat stamp without scratching it all up, making it look like crap. But anyways, like I said, I'm going to wipe away this goop stuff here and reapply it and brush it in, let it sit, and let's see what happens. Okay guys, so I've applied the gel for the second time. I've been letting it sit, you know, I brushed it in, letting it sit for just a few minutes. And I know you can't really see anything there, but I'm starting to see more and more of the heat stamp. So like I said, I'm just going to use a rag and just start wiping that away. And I'm hoping I can see enough of it to reveal it. Now, you know, there are those instances where, yeah, they've been painted over, but they might have been stamped so faint that even if you do, you know, reveal them underneath the paint, you still won't be able to make them out, at least not all of the digits, or either the letter at the end or whatever. But I've used this method multiple times, and I've had so much good luck with it. And like I said, it just adds to the history of the helmet, because I can use my book, which I'll show you in just a minute, on the McCords, and see where roughly, you know, give or take within a month or two when it was produced and what year and everything. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and wipe that away and see what we got. Okay guys, so I wanted to show you the results from that second time of applying and scrubbing and wiping away the gel. Check this out. Let me see if I can get my camera here on my phone to zoom in. Look at that. I don't know if y'all be able to see it all that well, but it's 991B. There's a 9 right here, which, I mean, you can see the second 91B. There's a 9 right here, which I use my magnifying glass to double check. Because a lot of times the numbers were faint, weren't stamped as deep or whatever, but it's definitely a 9, 991B. And I looked at my book here, which I definitely recommend. It's been in several of my other videos, Helmets of the ETO, because this book has a helmet chart strictly just for the McCords. There's not one for the Schluters in this book. But see, you can roughly tell, like I said down here, the month and the year this helmet was made. And I usually use, 2 pieces of paper and do them like this, wherever I can, line it up on the left side and then down here to determine the month and year. And this helmet comes out to around August of 1944. And like I said, this just adds to the coolness of the helmet to me. A lot of times we look for, decals or ranks on the front or whatever, or a name or serial number. All that stuff's cool, but I think it's just as cool to reveal the heat stamp and determine that roughly, within a month or two of the year and month this thing was produced. That just adds to the cool factor for me. But like I said, I just wanted to make this video. Please don't use any more steel wool or anything to damage the heat stamp. This is such an easier way to do it. It's a somewhat of a cleaner way, even though you need a rag to wipe the crud away. But now there are those guys out there who would even think what I did is wrong on this helmet. Like it's taken away from the value of the helmet. I personally don't see it that way. Because, I mean, it's on the inside of the helmet. And look at this thing. See, this thing's already beat up anyways. But, I mean, I don't think that's so. That's my opinion. Everybody's got their own opinion, and they're entitled to it. But I'm going to keep doing this because I think it's cool, and it adds to the history of the helmet. See, 991B. So, August 1944. But anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. That's just a video I wanted to put together and show you what I do to reveal a heat stamp. Another thing I forgot to mention in this video is definitely use these gloves. And I got a respirator here on my head. If I can get it off, I'll show you. Because it's not good to breathe all this stuff in. It's really not. And risk getting it in your mouth or whatever, or gloves. Now, some people would use goggles for this. I use it for some other stuff. But this stuff, it doesn't splash or anything. So I don't use goggles when using the gel stuff. But anyways, like I said, I'm going to wrap this up. Once again, you got the citrus strip here. Toothbrushes. Now, sometimes you'll need multiple toothbrushes and multiple rags. Get your flashlight, your magnifying glass. And then for the McCord World War II helmets, definitely pick this book up. I got it on eBay. I think it was like $25 or $30 shipped. Definitely be on the lookout for this book because this thing is awesome. But anyways, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.